Hey everyone, and welcome back to Efficient Gaming. As I'm sure most of you know, I'm Reese, and today we're going to be covering the Dark Side of the Moon quest from Witcher Monster Slayer. We're going to be doing a lot of quest content, ideally covering all the quests, so hit that subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner so that you're notified of any new videos, and let's take a look. Okay, so first off, the first thing I wanted to do was introduce us to the blacksmith, because his story is all part of the quest.
Lothar, blacksmith. Need your armor mended, sword sharpened, horseshoed? Or perhaps you'd like to buy a treasure map?
Laurelin, Witcher, looking for work.
A witcher, you see. Got nothing specific for you. But these parts is dangerous, to tell you the truth. Gladly sharpen your monster's slaying sword. No charge.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Say, I always wondered, do your kind separate monsters into good and bad?
More like based on the danger they pose. For example, we deem godlings and Mecopaterans harmless. Wow, I did not know that word.
What about dangerous but intelligent creatures? Monsters who were once men, now cursed?
We make judgments on a case-by-case basis.
I understand. Thanks for your answer. Safe travels, Witcher.
Farewell, Lothar. Alright, so that was a good introduction to the character. He's sort of giving a little bit of his stuff away by asking about what our thoughts are for people who have been cursed into monsters, but anyway, in the menu there you can see the damage buff that we get.
Witcher,
and so now every time we talk to him,
you.
he asks if we want to sharpen our blade, if we want to buy that treasure map, or we can just leave. Anytime he sharpens your blade, the buff will be renewed, and it lasts for an hour, and it gives you a few little percent extra damage. It's not a whole lot, but it's something. So that's every single time you talk to him. He will just give you those options. Unless it's the full moon. So it's the full moon now, and we've just had a look, and we can see an anvil. It's still warm, used recently. Wolf tracks. Looks like this specimen was walking on its hind legs and was much heavier than a normal wolf. A werewolf. Something's off. No trace of Lothar's body or a sign of a fight, but I have a bad feeling. I'll track this werewolf. Alright, so we'll set out and we'll track down the werewolf. Has he been taken by a werewolf? There was no body and there was no fight. Oh, we found a werewolf. We're preparing to fight. Better get ready. I think we'll use Melith for this. Although I'm taking a while because I'm not sure. No, Melith's definitely the best choice because it's fast and simple.
Wait, Witcher. It is I, Lothar.
The blacksmith?
Life tells the most incredible stories, you know.
What would you call yours?
How about Witcher shows mercy to
And
will?
why would she do that?
I may look like a monster, but I've never killed a soul, I swear. Wolfsbane helps me control the
Keep
beast.
going.
I'd never risk putting my wife and children in danger.
I won't kill you. Make sure I never have to change my mind.
You won't have to, I promise. Come by me smithy tomorrow. I will repay you for your human decency.
Alright, farewell, Lothar.
The Witcher decided that Lothar posed no real danger and set him free. Though the blacksmith's fate was hardly enviable, the man did his best to live with human dignity, proving werewolves didn't always succumb to the beast within.
So just to reiterate, that line of questing only happens when it's the full moon. So we've waited until the next day. It's still a full moon, but the full moon's not out. And we've gone to talk to Lothar.
As promised, Witcher. Fell into my hands a while back. Supposed to lead to a mighty sword. Guarded by a mighty sentinel, of course.
Thanks. You know, I could try and lift your curse.
It was tried once. No use. I've made peace with my curse, my penance.
How'd you end up cursed?
Long story. Well, if you're curious... Here, I took notes during the attempt to lift the curse. Maybe they'll come in handy.
Thanks. I'll gladly read them. Goodbye. Alright, and there's our quest rewards. 350 experience. And a 500 gold treasure map. And we get a trinket. For getting his diary, just because we asked the right questions. Excellent. And so now we go back, and we've only got two options. We either go to sharpen our sword, which will still give us the buff, or we can say no. That treasure map is ours, and we paid nothing for it because we waited until the full moon. Okay, so let's have a look at this quest. And the notes we were given. Lila convinced me to write everything down. She says that literacy breeds responsibility. That one must bear witness. That, although I hardly gained much myself, some other fellow may benefit from my testimony. So be it. Firstly, I deserve that curse. I had seen barely 15 winters. Most of the day I'd helped father at the smithy. And when I wasn't helping, well, I was roving the countryside with the boys, stirring up trouble. Nothing much. Swiped a few apples here. Shot the miller's dog with a slingshot there. We fought with sticks for life or death. Once I even stole real swords from under father's nose. He really tanned my hide for that. We were thick as thieves in those days. Everyone wanted to play with us. But we didn't let just anyone in. This one poor sod, Anzo, followed us like a pup. Skinny as a fence post, and clumsy too. Tripped standing still, that one. Ruined every game. Got himself caught by old John during an apple heist. We told him to leave us alone. We'd run away, hide when he walked by. He certainly was resilient though. I had to give him that. So we started sending him on outlandish errands. If he completed 10 of them, we'd welcome him into the pack. And he kept on completing them. He ran through the village naked, carried a stolen honeycomb from Mirren's beehive, stung all over. Counted grains of sand, and more, until the time came for the 10th errand. Well, because we really didn't want him, I said, "Go to Big Grove and bring us a monster egg." Every idiot knows that no one just walks into Big Grove. Place is teeming with kikimores. I never thought that for a moment that he'd actually go. Well, that's horse shit. It's what I told myself later. But the truth was that I thought it'd be quite the spectacle. Anso fleeing the kikimores. Shit himself in terror he would. Hilarity would ensue. I suppose it crossed my mind that maybe they'd just kill him, but I didn't dwell on it for long. His mother cursed me. I'd do the same in her shoes, or something even worse. I thank my lucky stars that I didn't kill anyone except animals for those first few full moons. And soon I met another werewolf who showed me how to brew an infusion of wolfsbane. From that day on, full moons were bearable, under control. Lila sent out bundles of letters in every idle moment. She analysed every response, though there were few. Finally, she received some vital information concerning witches, who apparently not only slew monsters, but also knew the secrets of curses, ways to break them. I'll admit, I was uncertain, summoning someone who lived off of slaying beasts like me. But Lila, for her, anything, and for Odelia, and for Baldo. It didn't work. The Witcher seemed sensible enough, and tried his various methods. A shirt of fool's parsley, willow branch beatings, potions, rituals. In the end, he gave up. He assured Lila that sometimes it is what it is. Universal methods don't always work. and finding a specific cure can be like searching for a needle in a haystack. Maybe he just couldn't find the cure, or maybe this is one curse that just can't be broken. He pulled me aside, and with a gloomy expression, he said that no curse could be lifted if the accused couldn't forgive himself, that my attitude was only sealing the curse's hold on me. And so be it. He gave me the name of a village and an inn he patronized a few times a year in case something changed, but in his eyes I saw the truth. He suspected he'd never see me again. Well, that was quite an interesting story. That gives so much detail and background into the character. That's amazing that they've done that. Okay, now a full reread of the quest. Lothar's smithy was suspiciously empty when I stopped by. The anvil was still radiating warmth, and I spotted werewolf prints nearby. Noting that the moon was full, I decided to investigate this lead and followed the tracks. The werewolf turned out to be the blacksmith. He promised me that he could control the beast within, thanks to an infusion of wolfsbane. I believed him and let him go free. Lothar thanked me with the treasure map. I offered to help him lift the curse, but he wasn't interested. Apparently, it had already been tried. The secret of his lycanthropy would stay between us. Alright, well, that was a hugely lore-based quest. I find it very interesting that they give so much backstory on some of the characters. And I can't imagine what would happen if this quest went the other way. Like, they've put so much backstory into this character, I would hate to lose it. And I know there was an option for you to kill the werewolf or the blacksmith while he was a werewolf in that. I'd be really keen to see if any of you went the other way and what happened in that case. Please put that in the comments below if you've seen that. But otherwise, yeah. Mediocre rewards quest, although to be fair, it's probably one of the most worthwhile quests that you get, because we get that map at the end that's worth 500 gold otherwise for free, and we get 250 XP or 350 XP, whatever it was. It was the quest rewards show there anyway. But yeah, so I love these lore-based quests. They give so much depth and detail to the story that we're experiencing. It's one of my favorite parts of the game is the quests and the stories that are told with them. So in summary, for the Blacksmith Quest, you meet the blacksmith, he offers you a map. If you don't buy that map and wait until it is the full moon, you will end up getting that map for free. You can always use the blacksmith to sharpen your sword, which will give you a damage boost, and at the end of the full moon he returns and will still sharpen your sword. I hope you guys enjoyed the walkthrough and tips that I gave. If you enjoyed the video, then please give it a like. Remember to subscribe if you want to see the rest of the quest content that I will be covering. I've now already recorded it all. I've got it all set and saved, ready to go. I just need to put the time in to create the videos for this. So thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye.